Boop, oops. Did. As you may know, the Enclave was once the economic and cultural center of Doma. Alas, it suffered terrible devastation at the hands of the Empire, both during and following the failed rebellion of yesteryear. That it and other ruins might stand as testament to the folly of resistance, extensive reconstruction was forbidden by the Imperial Viceroy. Of course, there is no longer a concern. At long last, we are free to build the Enclave and restore the heart of our once great nation and show the world that Doma lives on. But, as I said before, we have our work cut out for us. We have limited funds and material resources, not to mention a lack of skilled craftsmen. Which brings me back to the matter I wish to discuss with you, that of our brothers and sisters in Eorzea, the refugees that settled in Revenant's Toll. I am given to understand that they have worked closely with the local leadership to build and maintain much of the settlement. Many new trades before they left, and those that did not doubtless learned that they might earn their keep. If they were to return home and aid us in the reconstruction effort, it would be a tremendous boon. Would you be willing to speak with them on our behalf? Ah, Kaido taking an interest in the Shinzenkai. Well, this seems as good a time as any to discuss the matter. I am grateful beyond measure to you and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn for welcoming Yugiri and my people in their hour of need. As the beneficiaries of this kindness, they have made every effort to repay you and the people of Revenant's Toll. Nonetheless, we are here to bear responsibility as well. Ooh. Kozakura, if you would be so kind. Yes, my lord. We will send them a considerable gift as a gesture of gratitude and goodwill. However, I would like that missive to be delivered to the Adventurers Guild representative in advance. If you were to personally hand it to the man, I would be honored. Excellent. I knew I could count on you, my friend. Pardon my interruption, Kozakura. I look forward to seeing your progress. Oh dear, I hope we don't disappoint him. Anyway, I'll not keep you. Thank you again for your assistance and safe travels. Where am I going? Shoot. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Heian is expecting you. I will remain without the keep and watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. You are expected, sir. Shall I show you in? Enter the Khan. Cinematics. Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her to Nasashi on a tour to Zania. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your extortions at Sakazuki, but I gather your time was well spent, and tell the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report. However, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please tell us how it unfolded. I can't breathe. I have a stuffy nose. The Red Kojin here. Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yanzia, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Sasashi truly the first to leap to the youngest aides? He was. I was quick to doubt him when he first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? He may very well be an honorable man. I still don't think he can be trusted. And maybe. Oh, well, I would love to believe that. An ally within the Empire could change everything. It could give us a real chance at peace. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game, for now at least. Well, for swearing, summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question on how to police the Red Kojin. It was that this very question in mind that I sought Alphanud's console. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to evoke them, I believe we have identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of a relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault of the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the primals to return rests on denying the Red Kojin that the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged close bonds with Muchin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon the Susanoo. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asashi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what matter of business? A past mistake which I would see put right, one which was weighed heavy on my mind. Huh?
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Garleans shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
Do 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 do. Do do do
Did
do.
Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu, pardon me. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet.
Oh.
He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade.
Do 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 do.
Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Oh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Complete. Do. Do 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 do. Rise of a new sun. With Yotsuyu safely in Gotetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asashi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. Do 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 do. Cinematics. Oh.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha.
Yansha.
You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango. How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should. Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Tsuyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear our agreement. Of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yanzan, Yanji, Yancha, Yanchi, Chia, Yancha. Well, this will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain. But it at the hands of the Kojin, or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asashi to a proper farewell. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fulminus. Let us be off. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yancha.
Yancha. do 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 do.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Whoa. Do 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 do.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors!
Do 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 do.
Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Do 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 do.
What in the... Reinforcement? No, just one! Cut him down!
Do 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 do. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising.
Do 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 do.
Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
Do do do.
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Do 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 do.
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
Do do.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
Oh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary, and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
Oh.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age.
Oh.
Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
Oh. He's evil. Butcher, butcher, butcher. Shoo, 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 shoo. Oh. They flew away.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness. I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoners' exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, 'tis possible emotions simply got the better of him, remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken its soul. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoner made ready for the exchange, but you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsu's amnesia and Asashi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you may have my word. Charting a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugane then. Tataru and the others must know what transpired here. Oh, Jojo. Shuyo. Do 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 do. What is this? Oh. Hey. Oh, but hey, I was playing. Okay. Oh, my neck. There was a pop. There was a loud pop. Oh. Oh. Do 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 do. Ooh. Should we do 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 do. Okay, so there's two questies here. No, there's just one quest. Oh, I can't ride my chocobo in town. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. Oh wait, there is another. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, he's probably up. I have to go up. Dude. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Tiring room. Oh. Oh. Vianja was truly an amazing wine, I admit. Before leaving Garamald, I was worried the Outland's vintage would not agree with my palate, but oh, how I was wrong. Not only was the rose one of the best I've had during my time here, it is one of the best I've had, well, ever. I simply had to have more, so I went and purchased an entire crate of the stuff. Oh. And I gave him quite a deal, I might add, which was not easy, seeing as there is great demand for bottles of Cervijas throughout the 3 great continents. I shall reserve my judgment on the verity of Hancock's deal, but even where the price doubled, it would have been more than worth it. Fortunately, I recently sold an entire collection of my works to a little playhouse on Kogani Dori, the Muji Koza. I believe they called themselves These Hingan Words Leave My Tongue in Knots, and scored myself a tidy profit. The price of a single bottle more than a house in mist, you'd say. Ha! More than a birdhouse, I suppose. Oh, you were serious. Well, then I can inform you that is most definitely not the case. Even during shortages, I never had to ask more. Than, say, 20 or 30,000 gil a bottle. 40 if the buyer was wearing silks. You say Master Geruguju provided you with this misinformation, did he? Why, the conniving devil, well played, you lecherous Lalafell, you. I mean, that is terrible. What a terrible thing for him to do. Wait, was that Dalmascan wine we procured from Master Gegaru some moons ago in exchange for one of his bottles of Senjuvija? Do I want to know about this, Hancock? Probably not, but I shall enlighten you anyway. It sounds like you and Hancock make quite the cunning devil's Kaido. Still, I do feel somewhat responsible for this whole mess. As an apology, might I offer you a bottle of vintage Sud Vianja? No, of course not. Then what would you say to a bottle of Dalmascan? You could exchange it with the bottle you gave this Master Gerugu and absolve yourself of all wrongdoing and whatnot. And now you are probably wondering where one might find a bottle of genuine Damascus red, considering the hells you had to negotiate simply to find an empty bottle. Well, that, my distrustful friend, is where Hancock comes in. I do. Oh yes, I do. And I just so happen to have a bottle of Damascus wine on my person this very moment. 3, in fact. And why do I carry bottles of the rarest wine and authorward on my person, you ask? I am not at liberty to say. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. As you must know, I acquired them from one of my acquaintances in Rabanastur. Bah, alright. I purchased them from Lady Fraud. Is this what I think it is? Enough Damascus red to keep a Banga happy for a long time. Amongst the royal sommeliers there was a Vera like Lady Fran. When word came the Garleans were approaching, she ordered the entirety of the royal palace's cellars delivered here, where they'd be safe from the Empire. Seeing as the situation with the palace is what it is, I don't believe anyone would mind Lente's tears using the wine to, say, fill the resistance coffers. So what is your offer? If this many bottles were to make it to the market, the price would fall like a frugal from an oak. I would be ruined. And here I thought they said you were a shrewd one. Now if it were I to acquire this much wine, I'd reckon I would only release a few bottles at a time to ensure, what would you call it, maximum profits? Renault, there's no need to be rude to our guests. You told me before that the East Andernard Trading Company could not provide the Damascus resistance with aid, as it would not be good for business, so I offer you something that will. Do you accept? Not that it transpired anything like that, mind you. So would you care to purchase a bottle? I jest. Now take a bottle and consider it my and consider it the last you'll get from me. Take 2 bottles. All 3? Enough, Kaido. Poor Hancock looks as if he's lost his mistress to a marble. 3 bottles is more than fair to see your wounded honor restored. Think of it this way, Kyle. If you hadn't saved the world from the Ultimate's bane, the High Seraph would most definitely have destroyed all the wine in the monastery simply out of spite, meaning you're entitled to at least those 3. And if you so desire, you could take one of those bottles back to Costa del Sol and set things right. Though something tells me Master Gergeruju won't take kindly to you waltzing into his manor and demanding he exchange bottles for no apparent reason. Perhaps we might enlist the aid of the Venter from Wineport. What was his name again? Shamani Lamani. Okay. Exit. Let's see. Wait, it's just over here. But it seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course, we're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all I can wait if any urgent news comes through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Tataru. Tataru, it was reckless of me to make sure such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Soroban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Kaido should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. What? Forgive me, Kaido. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Briel and his associates will have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garameld, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing that what we do for Asashi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Hasashi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. Rise of a new sun. Ooh. Banded chest containing complete set of diurnal armor of maiming. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. Dun 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 dun. Evil.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes, we were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Evil. He lives. Rise of a new sun. More cinematics. Kaido, impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Nomans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garleans' part, the Populares have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive at Zanshe. Would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. Ooh. According to the letter, Yotsu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Nomans have missed any chance in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Sasha weren't the one to spot it. Agreed, let us make straight ways for the enclave then. Lord Hien will be waiting. Trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Where do I go? Do. There we go. Got a quick travel. Okay. Over here. Shooting you. Oh. Do. Wait, is this it? Here we go. Made it. Do 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 do. All are free to travel in and out of the enclave. Do you seek passage? Yes. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wait a minute. I could have just teleported here. Do 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 do. Wait, am I not attuned to this? Let me get attuned to it. Oh, yep, there we go. Do 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 do. Let's see. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes. Ah, I see my letter reached you across the sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gotetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Good gods, is he alright? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it high time he receives some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Kaido, Elise, shall we? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Open wide now.
Do 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 do.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
Do 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 do.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
Do 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 do.
A persimmon.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
Do 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 do.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... a gross exaggeration.
Do, do,
A
do,
trifle
do.
drain from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Do 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 do.
Take off your clothes.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Do 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 do.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
Do 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 do. Do dun 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 dun. Dun dun.
What are all these scars?
Dun 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 dun.
There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Do 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 do.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
Do 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 do.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Dun 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 dun. Chicka dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire, and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gogetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, you couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gogetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he has resisted decreputed with the same defiance he shows the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains he will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given all for his liege and land, and we will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yogetsu is feigning all that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yagiri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest convinced, so what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade, and for what it was. But the mask has never slipped, not once. She remains in character from the first. One evening I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami, a child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me and everyone else. I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up munitions thoughts. Understandably, she's as good as fastened the claims around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude the business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Guardians are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Tsuyu. Do 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 do. Do 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 shoo do do Let's see, am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Shall we wait here then? Lord Hien should not be long. Do. My friends, have you seen Suyu? She is nowhere to be found. Dun 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 dun. But the Guardians will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Igiri is scouting the streets as we speak, but it's possible that Suyu has left the enclave altogether. Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, skinned woman, my lord. I do not rightly know. I think yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as a new fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. I'm merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Do. 'Twould seem that Suyu has crossed the river. Kami, help me. No good can come of this. Do. Armory chest. Inventory. Do. Okay, hold up. Show. Oh, lame. Oh, it does work for Gunbreaker, but the armor I have is better. Do. Those face betrays little sign of panic. Hien is plainly desperate to find Yotsuyu before something terrible happens. Accept. It seems Suyu. It seems Suyu has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami, help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. I must find her before that happens. The responsibility for disappearance for all of this lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hien. Now as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone let Yuri know that what we learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Suyu is headed, so we just best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surrounds. Alphinaud, you would take the road to Castum Fulminus. Kaido, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzaku Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our query. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. Do. Map. Okay, I'm almost there. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wait. I don't want to go around, so there we go. Welcome to Yazuku Manor. Yes, yes. If there is anything you care to know, you only need a pale-skinned woman. I have seen no such traveler. I'm sorry to say. Well, sorry, scaly-skinned Namazu. On the other hand, we have an abundance. Okay, that's one person. Let's go see if there's someone inside. Unusually pale skin. Yes, yes. I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction for the most part. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Dun 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 dun. So, do. Do 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 do. Wait, right here? There we go. You see no sign of Itsuyu to the north. Perhaps she is somewhere farther off to the northeast. This way. Oh. So. Do. Still no sign of Yotsuyu. Perhaps she is yet further to the northeast. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yotsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun! There you are. I found you. Bamboo hat. Do 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 do. A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm that your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Oh. Oh. Dun 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 dun. Kaido, before you ask, our search at Kusakari and its surroundings has yielded exactly not. Save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alice has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at Zuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Towards the Mai. By the kami, if the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yugiri and I will check the patties. The village square is yours. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, there she goes.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge! Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Shusha.
It can't be. She couldn't have survived. What did I do? As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
Yeah.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate.
Ooh.
But it would seem the kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsuyu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
Oh. Called her a canker. A canker
What I
twin.
saw then. It's all true. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Gone like the morning dew. Complete. Steak. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Fruits of her labor. Hien's face is a picture of relief. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed, and judging by Suyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gogetsu which brought her to Namae. She came in search of persimmon. Huh, and they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gogetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on Castrum Fulminus and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphanon and Alice would still be there conducting their search. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. These are some weird quests. Okay. Oops. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Away, Chocobo, bye bye. It seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. It's time to meet with the ambassador. Dun dun dun, cinematics. Super Saiyan punch. Do 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 do.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
Oh.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Oh. What's gonna happen?
Ah, Yatsuyu. You look well.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma. Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
Whoa.
We continue with the exchange as planned then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
So many cinematics. I knew better than to trust Sasashi, but that was a dirty trick. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. I have sent her back to the enclave with Yuri to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphanod. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequences. Most like we can discuss it upon our return. Do 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 do. We should pay a visit to Gogetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know about that the Empire has finally relinquished its claims on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in.
Oh.
When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word.
Oh.
Simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord, forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu...
She's gone.
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Help!
Boom, boom, boom.
Help! Help me!
Do 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 do.
If only I had remembered. He should hate me.
Whoa.
But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
Do 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 do.
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery.
Bum bum bum.
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugani and start a new business.
Do do do.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be.
Do 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 do.
Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it.
Do 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 do.
To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask.
Do 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 do.
Father, Mother,
Do 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 do.
was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies.
Do 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 do.
And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu!
What?
Oh. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Dun 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 dun.
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Whoa.
Please. I don't want to die.
Dun 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 dun.
Any sign of her? What happened here? I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
We have recovered the Nereus remains and will hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gogetsu himself. He was quiet. I think it's best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. My controller's gonna die. Looks like this is where I'm gonna have to end this stream. Okay, so log out. I think I finished the Stormblood DLC, and I'm just doing all the closing end stuff until I get to Shadow Bringers. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me and playing Final Fantasy Online, or yeah, hanging out. I'll see you jabronis tomorrow morning. Until then, stay awesome, stay fresh, stay hydrated, stay golden, stay safe, and remember that your little anime bro from the anime fam is always here doing the things to entertain himself. Oh, I have so much. I wonder how much more I have of this. I wonder if I can get it done within the free period of time given to me. If so, that would be pretty awesome. Oh well. Anyway, I'll see you jabronis tomorrow morning. Until then, bye bye.